Hi, my name's Emma, and I'm an independent investment specialist. My expertise is in the area of derivatives, and I work with professional clients that have £1 million or more to invest. For 12 years, I worked in London on the trading floors of 3 global investment banks, most recently as the head of the UK sales desk at Citigroup. In 2011, I set up my own investment company called Affinity Capital, and that allowed us to give our clients real advice and independence, really. It was about 2 years after starting my business that I realized that I was lacking motivation, and I was 2 years into the process, and I knew that I wanted to do something. I knew that I wanted to make a change, and I just didn't have, as I said, the motivation and the drive. And so what I did was, and I think this stemmed probably from 2 things. First of all, one can never underestimate how difficult it is setting up on your own and setting up a business. And the second thing was, I found myself engaging with people and companies that didn't necessarily have the same value set as I did. Looking back now, that was actually a complete waste of my time. But I think at the time, I was worried that if I didn't work with everybody, there might not be any other options. I was introduced to KPI at the annual boat party event, and it was here that I met my soon-to-be buddy and the incredible energetic team of KPI, including the gorgeous Darshana and Daniel. And I, from that evening, realized that I wanted to be around fellow KPIs. It was at that point that I signed up to the Brand Accelerator Day, and a year ago to this day, I was sitting in the audience, just like you, listening to the speakers talk about pitch, publish, product, profile, and partnership. And so much of it resonated with me. Not all of it, though. The publish part was one of the areas that I just couldn't get my head around it. Having worked on trading floors for so long and having been exposed to people who didn't read many books and let alone wrote them, I just couldn't get my head around it. Publish aside, I signed up to KPI, determined to make KPI work and take everything that I could from the journey. And my goodness me, KPI pushed me in ways that I could never have imagined. Being the personality that I am, I eventually committed to writing articles, which soon turned into a book. The book is extremely specific to my industry, to my client base, and to my business, but it's also really personal. And one of the things that I realized is that I needed to communicate my values so that I could establish and build relationships with companies and people who had the same values as me. This was a game changer for me. Currently, Affinity Capital is managing or advising on £400 million worth of assets, but that number will be £1 billion worth of assets in the next 2 years. And a large part of this is down to my book. It has helped me distinguish between those who are interested in what I have to say and value my values and those that don't. And I'm building some incredible partnerships on that basis. Not only that, but for the first time in my career, I'm comfortable and happy to put myself out there, knowing that there will be people who like what I have to say and people who don't like what I have to say. And that's okay. I can't work with everyone anyway. As a fellow entrepreneur, what I would say to you guys is the biggest issue is having the courage to say no. And the question I would pose to you is this: what are you going to say no to make space for the bigger yes? I'm so excited about my business. I'm so exhilarated. And believe me, a large part of that is down to my KPI journey and the incredible people that I've met along the way. Thank you for listening and enjoy the day.
Thank you.